It's honestly been so long since I was a witch that it kind of feels like I didn't really live that. Like that was someone else's life, not mine, but it was my life, and so this is my testimony. I grew up with my grandparents taking me to church for my entire life up until the age of 13 when my parents gave me the choice to go or to not, and I was like, nah, because I went to a really religious, legalistic type of church, and I said, if God is like that, I don't want any part of that, so I'm out. It was around that age that I left the church that I also got into a relationship with a boy, which is crazy. I was 13 years old. What am I doing? But I no longer had identity in the church anymore, and so I needed identity in somewhere, and I was just searching and found this boy. Unfortunately, very quickly turned incredibly abusive in all ways, emotionally, mentally, verbally, physically, sexually, like you name it, and it was a terrible situation. And so where I couldn't put my faith and my identity in God anymore because the church failed me, now I'm not able to put my identity in this relationship anymore because he failed me, yet I was too comfortable to leave, so I was just stuck in this really awful place. For this story to make sense, I have to give you a little bit of background piece of information. My grandmother, not the one who used to take me to church, my other grandmother was a white witch growing up my whole life. I would go to her house, see her tarot cards and her spell books, and she was just like that real spiritual, vibey grandma that everyone loved and wanted to be like. And so when I lost my identity and what I thought I could put it in multiple times, I went to her one day and said, hey, what do you do? Because it sounds like you have a better life than me, and what I'm doing right now is not working out for me. So what is it that you do? And she said, I've been waiting your whole life for you to ask me that because you've had a gift, you've had power, you've been able to see things and feel things that nobody else did, which was true. All my life, I experienced things, I saw things, I heard things, I felt things that no one else did, and I could never explain it. And so when she said that, it felt like confirmation to me. Like, oh, no wonder none of this has worked out for me before. No wonder I'm not putting my identity in these things. It's not working because it's not meant for me, but this is what I've been meant for. It was straight up a demonic word curse that she spoke over me unknowing my whole life, but then really solidified at that weak moment, just like the enemy will do. She used to tell me all kinds of stories about how her grandmother would bring people into rooms and they would do spells and rituals and seances and take warts away immediately and take skin diseases and ailments away and make people healthy immediately and find people love and recreate their lives for them and destiny swap and all of these incredible stories that made me so intrigued, because I thought, if you have learned how to control your life and if you've learned how to build your life into exactly what you want, that's exactly what I need. There was a lot going on in my life. Not only was this relationship terrible, I lost my identity, faith in God. I was also going through a lot in my home life, anxiety, panic attacks, you name it, it was awful. So in comes my first spell book, which she passed down generationally. And here's where it all goes crazy. I'll see you in part 2.